All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Dave Holmberg and Austin Thornton have the front row. Vern Spring, David Lux on the second row. Scott Snodgrass and Chance Madrick on the third. Andrew Thornton and John Berry have the fourth row. Matt Moniak and Brendan Timon round out your top 10. Edmund Jones starts in 11th next to Timmy Martin in 12th. Richie Joplin starting in 13th. Jackson McLean in 14th. Russell Worth 15th. Ed Sr. in 16th. Becky Snodgrass, Kendrick Cryer, Chris Johnson, and Ryan McDaniel round out the 20-car field here at IRP. All the drivers getting stacked up, ready to go on pit road. Just waiting for a couple of drivers. It does look like McRacken made it in. Will he make it to the grid is the question. Matt Moniak also has not taken to the grid yet. Everybody else has made it. Those two drivers just have a few seconds left to go. And while we're waiting, let us know who you're cheering for here tonight. Everybody starts rolling. Kyle Martin did make it in time. Matt Moniak also made the grid. So now 21 drivers in the field. Tina, thank you so much for the stars. Austin Thornton and Vern Spring on the front row. Keep an eye on Vern tonight. He has been getting faster and faster and faster week in and week out in every league he runs. I hope that wall in the infield is tall enough as here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Out of turn 4. Green flag is in the air there, down and away at IRP. Already getting 3 wide in places. Oh! Austin Thornton is around. Ed Sr. gets caught. Matt Moniak, Edmund Jones. We've got cars flying. Timmy Martin in the air. McRacken catches a piece of it. Caution is out on lap 1. And a bit of anarchy out of turn 2. A lot of drivers caught up in this one. See if we can see what happened to Austin Thornton. Austin comes out of turn 2 a little loose and right in front of the field, and everybody stacks up with nowhere to go. Russell Worth caught up in this in the 77, almost makes it through that one. Richie Joplin there in that green, and whoa! Just almost made it through as well, but Becky Snodgrass got caught in it as well. Timmy Martin just almost made it through, and then the 22 of Scott Snodgrass spun up and Timmy went flying. Dave Holmberg also caught a piece of it. One driver that did not is the 69 of Ryan McDaniel. Hey, good evening, Kevin Terrell. Well, Chris did start from the back, but looks like he made it through the worst of that. Is now up in 11th as they get the green flag back underway at IRP. David Lux now up on the high side in second. Vern Stowe, David's loose out of 2 in front of the field again. Here they go, caution back out. An almost identical incident from lap 1. Scott Snodgrass, McReck, and Austin Thornton all caught up in it this time, as well as David Lux, Russell Worth, and unfortunately Ryan McDaniel is caught in this one. They were 4 wide at the back as they begin the checking up. There's the 4 of David Lux, just gets loose and he gets pounded. Ryan McDaniel tried to avoid it, but Lux was there. He had nowhere to go. Does stick the landing. Timmy Martin unfortunately gets caught up again, as does Becky Snodgrass, both of them back behind. Timmy almost saves it, but he ends up tumbling. However, the worst goes to Austin Thornton. He comes out of turn 2 with nowhere to go, gets hit from beside, hits Scott, and then goes flying. A lot of drivers did go to pit road for repairs, and Chance Maderick now in the lead. John Berry in second, Brendan Timon in third, Jackson McLean in fourth, and would you look at this, Chris Johnson now up to 5th place. Does not appear Chris got caught in that one. How those drivers that skated through that when the second place car spun and the whole field stacked up. However, Becky Snodgrass managed to get through with minimal impact to her race. She's now up to 7th. Ryan McDaniel, who got flipped over, managed to recover quickly, now up into 8th. And Wonder Kid Jackson McLean now up to 3rd, up 11 spots as Chance Maderick chooses to start on the high line. John Berry down to the inside. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Now does we have a little dicey there in the middle. Looked like Ryan McDaniel had to check up a bit. They're coming out of the turn 3-4 wide. Knowing that guys are getting loose, that was a gutsy move. Jackson the Wonder Kid up to the lead now. Brendan Timon in second. Man, mid-pack is getting sketchy. Becky Snodgrass still holding. Oh, we've got a car in the wall. And John Barry is over. Becky is over. Caution back out on lap 11. Austin Thornton caught again, as is Dave Holmberg. John Barry caught up in it. Edmund Jones caught up in it. Taking a look at the 51 of Edmund Jones. There on the bottom there, 3 wide, bumping ahead of him. Edmund gets down to the grass and avoids the worst of it. It's like one of the drivers in that lead pack was in the wall. Chaos erupted. John Barry, though. John really caught the worst of it. He clips that car. Becky has nowhere to go. Senior has nowhere to go. Cars are tumbling everywhere. Dave Holmberg, Austin Thornton also caught up in that mess. A lot of the drivers talked about the setup being a little loose, but about perfect for running that high line. Looks like that high line's starting to bite him. Jackson McLean still has the lead. Andrew Thornton right beside him. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air there. Back underway. Lap 15. The battle is on mid-pack. Jackson McLean now has to deal with Andrew Thornton looking to the inside. And Matt Moniak on the attack. Kendrick Cryer has fought his way up now into 5th. Few cars toward the back, getting a little loose out of turn 4, but the top 5 side by side, nose to tail. Moniak looked like he was going to make a move up the middle. Almost 3 wide for the lead as Moniak now down to the bottom. Chance Maderick starting to lead it, reel in this lead. Holy cow! Scott Snodgrass and Kyle McCracken Martin on the attack. Here comes Richie Joplin down lower. Russell Worth, David Lux right behind him. Fastest lap, though, was just set by Brendan Timon. And he did it 2 laps in a row. Oh, a bump out of 2 between Scott and Richie. Several cars off. Caution is out, lap 17. David Lux, Richie Joplin, and Scott Snodgrass all involved in that one. Looks like Scott may have gotten a little loose as Richie got a bit of a push. David Luck's just nowhere to go. David Luck's there on the bottom in the 4, has been caught up in everything except the first one here tonight. And Austin Thornton caught a piece of it too, back behind. I do believe that makes Austin Thornton the one driver that has been caught in every incident thus far. Andrew Thornton now in the lead. Matt Moniak in second. Jackson McLean in third. Kendrick Cryer in fourth. Chris Johnson still holds on to fifth. Chance Maddox, Kyle McReckett, Martin Russell Worth, Brendan Timon, and Vern Spring rounding out your top 10. Edmund Jones, Ryan McDaniel, Ed Sr., Dave Holmberg, Scott Snodgrass, Austin Thornton, and Timmy Martin round out the 17 cars still on the lead lap. David Lux, Richie Joplin, both still on pit road. John Berry and Becky Snodgrass, both one or more laps down. Matt Moniak now sitting up there in second. Man, it was getting dicey up between that top 5 for a bit. Kevin, I can tell you have a ton of faith in Chris. If y'all haven't yet, make sure you hit that like, follow, subscribe, and share button. Drop in the comments. Just say hello. Love talking to the fans at home. Matt Moniak said, let's go earlier in the race. Maybe, Matt, don't text and drive, buddy. Here we go, back out of turn 4, green flag about to drop yet again. Lap number 21. Green flag back in the air. Moniak tried to make a move up on the high side out of 2. Couldn't get enough of a run. Mid-pack is settled down just a little bit for the moment. That will not last. Kendrick Cryer on a big run out of turn 4. Gets to the high side on Andrew Thornton. Chris Johnson now looking down to the inside, or excuse me, Chris looking on the outside of the Wonder Kid. Richie Joplin, it looks like his race is over after a rough start, and Richie getting pulled. Oh, we've got cars spinning on the back straightaway. And they are going 4 wide up front. Now 3 wide as Matt Moniak pulls ahead. And they back out, no caution. Let's see what happened on the backstretch. Edmund Jones, Chance Maddox, McReckon, oh, holy cow, Russell worked. Edmund gets loose into Russell. John Berry gets caught. Edmund flies, lands on his roof. And now caution is out. Looks like Jackson McLean involved out front. Oh, Andrew Thornton gets loose going off into 1. And Chris Johnson had one heck of a tumble. Chris just could not avoid Andrew, gets yeeted into the air. Wow. Chris did land on all 4 tires and has not gone to pit road yet. See if we can talk to one of the drivers out early, Richie Joplin. Richie, it's been a wild one out there so far, man, and you are out early.
Yeah, I've been caught up in every wreck like last night, so.
It's
all good.
Obviously not the way you wanted tonight to go, man. I know a lot of the drivers saying the setup was a little on the loose side, but really good for running up top, but we're seeing a lot of cars spinning.
It felt great to me. I loved the setup. The setup was awesome. I like that little free loose off the corners. I like that where I can turn the car and drive it. It fits my driving style. I guess other people can't hold it.
Well, man, you had a good run going. You're moving up through the field. Obviously, we'll see you back in the late models, man, but heartbreak tonight, and good luck, buddy, in the late models.
Thank you, Doug.
Richie Joplin, obviously a bit dejected today, and it's his 317th birthday of 2023. Not the way you wanted tonight to go. Chris Johnson did end up going to pit road, getting the car repaired, currently in 16th. Meanwhile, Matt Moniak now has the lead. Kendrick Cryer right behind him in second. Brendan Timon in third. Chance Maderick now back in the top 5 and fourth. And look who else has made his way back into the top 5 in the 113. Vern Spring is back. Ryan McDaniel, Dave Holmberg, Austin Thornton, Ed Sr., and Scott Snodgrass rounding out the top 10. Edmund Jones also now sitting on pit road. His race may be over. Lights are out on the pace car as they begin to stack back up for the restart. Looks like Moniak choosing the outside line for the restart here tonight. It'll be about 18 laps to go when the green flag drops. Matt Moniak leads them through 3 and 4. He controls the restart from that outside line. Kendrick down underneath. Out of 4, green flag in the air. It'll be 18 to go at the line. Moniak quickly clears traffic. Now Chance Maderick looks on the high side. Brendan Timon looked to the low side, tried to get 3 wide. McRecken goes way low out of turn 2 as he tries to make his way back to the front. Kendrick Cryer, meanwhile, side by side with Moniak for the lead. Oh, Chris is in a wreck on the front stretch. Caution. Russell Worth, Becky Snodgrass also getting caught up. Oh, Russell gets loose out of 4, bounces off the wall, lands on Chris. Chris able to recover. Oh, Chris comes down trying to recover. It gets into Becky. Becky managed to save it, Chris managed to save it, and Russell Worth is rolling. Looks like we still have about 16 cars on the lead lap. Kevin, you are cracking me up, dude. Russell Worth on pit road. He is going a couple laps down. Becky Snodgrass may actually pick up some spots here. Chris Johnson shaking his head in frustration tonight. Chris came in tonight second in points behind Edmund. 27 points back. Edmund out early. Could Chris Johnson make up some ground here tonight? Chris, you obviously need to start listening to Kevin, and you would be okay. Lights go out on the pace car. Moniak controls the restart, this time choosing the bottom line. Pace car is in. Moniak will lead him out of turn 4. Green flag back in the air. It'll be 12 to go at the line. Matt tries to push up just a little bit, setting up into 1, clears Kendrick. Kendrick fighting back, but here comes Timon. Oh, Timon really leaning into it. Almost got into Madrick, and here comes McRecken. They are trying to get 3, 4, and 5 wide back behind yet again. Several cars loose out of 4. Everybody holds on to it. Ryan McDaniel now at 12 spots into 9th, is cracked back into the top 10. Kendrick Cryer now has the run on the bottom. Can he make it stick though? Moniak the advantage up top. 10 to go. John Barry has had a problem back behind. No caution yet. Oh, they are banging doors back behind. Caution is back out, and Chris Johnson involved again. Chris Johnson cannot avoid anything tonight. Start by looking at what happened to John Barry a moment ago. There's John in the blue 14 on the bottom. Closing in. Oh, just gets loose out of turn 4. Slides it down. Now the incident that brought out the caution with Chris Johnson, Ryan McDaniel. Chris coming up, Ryan running in the middle. They get together. Both drivers recover quickly. Both drivers will maintain the lead lap here. Matt Moniak continuing to lead. Ryan McDaniel is on pit road for repairs. Still 17 cars on the lead lap. Kendrick Cryer has definitely been giving Matt a run for his money, and Brendan Timon has just been lurking, waiting for an opportunity. Now Chance Maddock and Kyle Martin up there is going to make things interesting. And in 6th place, Austin Thornton has fought his way back. Vern Springs still back there in 7th. Jackson the Wonder Kid is back there in 8th. Andrew Thornton and Scott Snodgrass rounding out your top 10. They will restart with 5 laps to go. Moniak taking the high line on this restart. Here they come out of turn 4. Green flag is back in the air. 5 to go. Moniak manages to clear into turn 1. And McRecken all the way down almost on the apron. Oh, McRecken gets into McLean. And big one back behind. Caution is back out. We will get a green-white checkered. Dave Holmberg is towed to pit road. Vern Spring, Chance Maddock, Brendan Timon, Andrew Thornton all involved. There you see the 99 of Kyle Martin on the bottom. They're 3 wide. Chance Maddock up top. Kyle just pushes up into McLean and chaos. Andrew Thornton underneath Vern Spring. Vern almost makes it through. If I'm not mistaken, Brendan Timon takes flight. No, that is not Timon. That was definitely a wild one. We had cars flying. Looks like Jackson McLean may be out of this one. Ryan McDaniel pulling back up to the field. That may have been David Lux that was tumbling down the back straightaway. Oh, there's been an incident on the front straightaway. Under caution. Chance Maddock and Kyle Martin going through 3. Oh, what the heck? everybody gets stacked back up and should be getting the green flag this time. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. 2 to go. Moniak not able to clear Kendrick this time on the restart. Kendrick trying to use all the track available. They're wrecking behind. Caution is back out. We'll get another green-white checkered. Looks like Timmy Martin, John Barry, and Andrew Thornton all involved. Coming out of turn 2, it looks like Timmy just gets loose, gets into Andrew, and Andrew gets down into Barry. That is a very, very good analogy, Kevin. Also, Kevin, look who's in 5th, buddy. And Scott Snodgrass has made his way now up to 3rd. Matt Moniak has the lead. Kendrick Cryer in 2nd. Scott Snodgrass in 3rd. Austin Thornton 4th. Chris Johnson in 5th. Ed Sr., Vern Spring, Brendan Timon, Russell Worth, and Ryan McDaniel rounding out your top 10. Becky Snodgrass gets waved back around to the lead lap. 16 cars on the lead lap as we go into the final green-white checkered. Lights are out on the pace car. They stack back up, and it looks like Moniak choosing the inside line this time. He is doing everything he can here, making some really smart calls to keep Kendrick and the cars behind confused. Out of turn 4, Moniak controls it. They fire and green back in the air. Oh, we've got him wrecking on the front straightaway. If Moniak stays ahead, he may win. He has got it. They will finish tonight under caution with Matt Moniak pulling off the win. White flag is in the air one more time around for Matt Moniak after a wild, wild race. Matt Moniak, who kept shaking up the restarts, did everything perfect all night long, and out of turn 4, Matt Moniak will win at IRP. Kendrick Cryer will come home in 2nd, Scott Snodgrass in 3rd. Let's talk to our top 3. Well, Scott, it came down to survival tonight. You survived and took a podium.
I know. I don't know what to do. I'm supposed to do a burnout or something, right? I don't know.
Man, it was a bit of a wild race. You were caught up in a couple of them there early on, even went for a bit of a tumble.
Yeah, do I still have any fenders left?
Actually, yes, you've got all 4 of them. They're all dented up, but yeah, you still got 4 fenders.
Well, then I didn't successfully do my job.
Well, you still managed to come home with a podium tonight, man. Great job. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you. Appreciate it. This is new. I don't know what to do here.
Great job, man. Scott Snodgrass comes home in 3rd. Kendrick Cryer comes home in 2nd. Kendrick, you gave it one heck of a run tonight with Matt there. Just couldn't get it done, but still, given the way the race went, a great second-place finish.
Yeah, second place will take it. I don't run the legend cars very much, but it was definitely a fun race at the end with Matt. Good win to him. He definitely deserved that one.
Well, man, it was a great job. Looking forward to seeing how the late models go here tonight as well, and congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
And as soon as I find him, we'll talk to our winner. It appears Matt is moving around, so I'm having it's taking me a minute to find him. Matt, congratulations. That was definitely a hard-fought but well-earned race.
You know, I'm in shock that I was able to pull that one off. It was the caution saved me there. Kendrick was coming for me. He was probably going to take that one from me. I appreciate how clean he ran me there at the end. I pinched him up a couple of times just trying to fight for that win because I needed the points, but I've got a lot of respect for the way he races. And then I really got to thank Timon for giving me some pointers and trying to teach me how to drive this track a little bit better. Without him, I wouldn't have won tonight.
Well, man, it was a great job. Obviously, shaking up the restarts every time paid off in huge dividends as well.
Yeah, that was Brendan's idea. You know, it definitely helped. I was experimenting with seeing on how everybody else was conducting their restarts. You know, Kendrick seemed really strong on that on the outside, and he was able to keep up to my door, and it was too close for comfort.
Well, you managed to get the job done, man. A hard-fought win. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Well, don't go anywhere, folks. They are going to pack up the legends, unload the late models, and we are going racing once again here at IRP. Those bigger cars ought to make for some great racing and probably a few less cautions, but a lot more door banging. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few moments with the late models here at IRP.